welcome back to the only channel where we talk engines like their Final Fantasy summons. Today we're talking about today we're gonna no we're not talking about today we're gonna ask the real question here. Ferrari's 2026 engine, is it innovation or is it insane chaos? Let's find out. Project 678. No, this is not a new Avengers movie. This is Ferrari's next gen F1 engine. Um, this is the project that's gonna make it. So everyone should be ready. Okay, so listen, Ferrari is absolutely throwing spaghetti at the wall. It's not just any spaghetti, F1 grade steel spaghetti. Ferrari's new F1 engine is being called revolutionary, and it actually might be if revolutionary means confuse the hell out of everyone. They're using steel alloy cylinder heads instead of the standard, which is aluminium. Yes, steel, metal that's heavier than aluminium, and that we use in bridges and swords and in my panic attacks as well. But apparently Ferrari had a durability breakthrough, and they found out that steel makes them go vroom better. So basically Ferrari said weight, power, efficiency, balance, lol. And somehow there's going to be their advantage.
Just so you guys can understand what's going on over there at the Ferrari headquarters, here's Spudlo Picasso to make you guys understand what's actually going on with his amazing drawing skills.
Ah, sì. Look here, amici. The Ferrari mechanics, they are thinking, mamma mia, we use steel, not aluminium. Why steel? It is heavy, it is hot, it burns our hands. And then the head engineer, is like, non importa, steel makes the engine strong, it will crush all the other cars. But the mechanics, they are like, we are tired, we want espresso, we want pasta, we want pizza. And I, Spudlo Picasso, I am here to capture the chaos, the beautiful chaos of the Ferrari engine. Steel, not aluminium. It is a madness. Madness! Yes, I love it. This is Italian engineering, potato style.
Thank you, Spudler, for your amazing explanation and brilliant drawing skills.
Wait, as if steel heads wouldn't be enough, Ferrari also slapped in a new futuristic battery that's lighter and more compact. Yeah, imagine if your iPhone and your PlayStation had a baby, and that baby could power a Ferrari F1 car. Yeah, that's the best analogy I could come up with. Forgive me. Then Ferrari has also made smaller radiators because why not? It's like trimming your beard and your eyebrows just so you could have that minor weight advantage. For Ferrari's new engine is basically like a Swiss Army knife engine, ultra thin battery, also a tiny radiator from IKEA. If IKEA made F1 parts, it would be this essentially. Now Ferrari isn't just building one version of this car. I'm pretty sure you guys must have already heard. They're building two different SF26 cars for testing. A launch version for Barcelona, a B-spec version for Bahrain ahead of Australia. Dude, Ferrari is basically saying, give me one. Sorry, give me not one, give me two versions of this thing. It's like buying two pairs of shoes because one might fit better after a nap. It's insane. This really means Ferrari is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers with a pineapple. I have no clue why I said pineapple, but yeah, pineapple. Why steel heads? That's a really good question. I know you asked that right now. Why steel heads? So let's get into that. Ferrari basically found out that steel can handle crazy high pressures and temperatures during combustion, which in chicken terms is basically forcing the engine to go boom harder. Steel heads are basically like mainstream mainstream work influencers, that you see on Instagram and TikTok. Everyone's surprised they worked out, but they actually did. But the engineers were really worried that the steel would blow up like my maths grades and, in my first year of college. Apparently, an Austrian company called AVL whispered sweet nothings to Ferrari, and suddenly steel was in. So now Ferrari's like, aluminium? Nah, steel, hold my spaghetti, hold my spaghetti, hold my pizza. Oh my goodness. So essentially, at face value, this could be a huge performance gain, a really weird strategy, or an engine that somehow turns pizza into horsepower. And if Ferrari nails this, it's going to be glorious. We gotta go back to the glory days of between the 1990s and 2000s. if Ferrari messes it up, we're gonna see more injured blow-ups. We're gonna see the injured blow-ups being more dramatic than my first outbreak, which is saying something. The drivability of the engine might be more important than raw power, though, meaning how it feels when the driver pushes the gas pedal. And Ferrari knows that. They're just too dumb to consider that. I hope they do consider that, though. Do remember that F1 Formula One in 2026 is not just about engines. The whole sport got a huge reset. There's no more MCUH, the thing that was used to harvest heat energy. It now made engines simpler. There are bigger hybrid batteries, so there's more electric juice, and the fuels are a lot more sustainable now. So basically, Ferrari is doing a mad scientist engine in the middle of a whole new regulation soup. Yeah, regulation soup. That I said that. Yeah, I said that. So this online chatter claiming that some people love this innovation. Something Ferrari's just winging it. Others are like, are they making a car or are they making a brand new pizza machine, that pops out pizza like crazy? If Ferrari does come out on top, they'll rewrite engine history. If not, the past jokes will be eternal, and I'll be the one who's going to make the most of them, obviously. Yeah, Ferrari could, hypothetically speaking, they could really cook in these new regulations in 2026. But however, I do remember seeing that Mercedes and Red Bull have found Mercedes and Red Bull found a loophole in the engines. The things I remember being is that essentially the FIA, they made the engine smaller, so it's difficult. They made, I think, the engine combustion chambers slightly smaller, so it's difficult for them to get more power and stuff. And however, what Red Bull and Mercedes found out, that they used some material, I forgot what it was, or they essentially found a way so that they could expand the engines, because the FIA is only going to check whether it's following the regulations when the engine is at rest, and when the engine is at rest, it's not going to be expanding. But however, when the engine gets heated up, and when it's running, essentially it expands, which really leads to more combustion and more power. And for the simpletons who watch my video, it basically means that they have found a sneaky trick. It's a sneaky tip or a trick. It's something which makes the car go boom boom vroom vroom, faster than all the other boom boom vroom vrooms of the other cars. So Ferrari and Red Bull and Mercedes could be a massive problem. I have actually been seeing a lot of stuff about Mercedes and how quick the car is. So we could really see George Russell world champion before GDA 6, or Max Verstappen might take back his crown this year. But yeah, if Ferrari get this right, then either Charles or Lewis Hamilton is winning this. Hopefully, however, I'm gonna make another video in which I'm going to be predicting who the fastest drivers are going to be. Obviously, it's going to have a little bit of Lewis Hamilton, a little bit of the Ferrari bias, but it comes from good heart. Come on, I'm just a potato. I'm just a potato who loves Formula One and Ferrari and Lewis Hamilton and Barcelona. Come on, obviously I'm going to be a little biased, for fuck's sake. So I think hopefully Ferrari, they don't mess this up, and they actually somehow perform, and they actually I hope they've studied strategy books. I actually mailed some of them to them, so that they could learn how to make good strategies for both Sir Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, so that they don't get depression and they don't give me depression as well for this year. But yeah, that was hopefully Ferrari, come on, please lock in, please, come on mate, come on mate, make a good car for both Lulu and both Charles, so that I don't have to be Delulu the next season. I don't turn out to be Delulu this season, and we actually win something. Hopefully we didn't even win a single thing last year, apart from the Lewis Hamilton China sprint. Other than that, we won nothing. It was in F1. We won the hypercar world championship, constructors, and the drivers championship. But come on, mate. Come on, I want you all to win in Formula One. It's the pinnacle of motorsports. Come on, mate. So yeah, So what do you think, Potato Army? Will Project 678 make Ferrari unstoppable, or will it be the biggest spaghetti-powered flop since I tried cooking instant noodles without water? Comment your chaos theories down below. I'll see ya. Bye-bye.